Hi everyone! Today on Classic Action Figures, we are going to be looking at the Mimban Stormtrooper from the Vintage Collection series. Here's a quick look at the front of the card. The card has the Star Wars logo at the top, and we can also see that this figure is a Walmart exclusive here in the US. We also see a cool picture of the figure, as well as a nice windowed area to display the toy. The back of the card also shows some of the other figures available, and it shows that the Mimban figure is number 123 of the Vintage Collection series. The figure looks great right out of the package. I especially like the muddy look that he sports. This was achieved by using some really great looking wash paint effects done in a grayish color. I even like how his feet and legs are way muddier than the cleaner chest and shoulders. The cape is also really well done in a nice fabric, but it is not removable. However, the cape does drape quite nicely on the figure. The figure comes with two weapons. The first one is a standard Stormtrooper blaster, which is done in a nice metallic gray color. And it also has some of the same dirt weather effects on it. The other weapon is this cool looking rifle, which is done in the same metallic gray color as the blaster. This rifle also has a strap that allows your figure to carry the weapon over his shoulder. One of the drawbacks of the figure is that it's not easy for the figure to properly hold the rifle. I was able to somewhat have him hold the rifle, but it still doesn't look like he can properly have the rifle in a shooting pose with his hand on the trigger. One thing I also noticed is that this rifle is very different from the one that was used on the Sandtrooper figure, as you can see on this clip. However, he can hold the blaster with no trouble at all. Finally, the articulation on this figure is great, as it is the typical for the Vintage Collection series. He can move his head from side to side and a little bit up and down as well. He can swivel and extend at the shoulders, and he can also swivel and extend at the elbows. His hands also rotate at the wrist, and he can also move his right hand up and down and his left hand front and back. He can twist at the torso and move slightly forward and back. Finally, he can also kick his legs forwards, but backwards only a little bit. He can bend and rotate at the knees, and his feet can swivel and slightly pivot up and down. Overall, I think that Hasbro did a fantastic job on this figure. I really like all of the paint details, the sculpting details, and the articulation. The only drawback is the difficulty of obtaining this figure since it is a Walmart exclusive figure, but I highly recommend getting this Stormtrooper figure. Anyway, that is it for this short review. Stay tuned to Classic Action Figures for more toy reviews.